Do you have absolutely nothing to do at home on Mondays at 11 a.m.? Good. That's what I thought. Then check out the Rogers High School Chess Club. Use the code on screen to join the Schoology group and the link to join the Zoom meeting.
I'm never on TV, growing up on an LA street. Nobody judges me, cause I'm not famous, no.
What is up, Rams? Today we have Miss Hoban, and she will be explaining to us what being a COVID compliance officer means, and also just explain to us more about what she does behind the scenes. So let's just go ahead and get started here. What does being a COVID compliance officer mean?
Okay, so first of all, thank you for having me. It's great to be here today. Our school district developed the COVID compliance officer position when the decision was made to bring back our small groups of students. Currently at Rogers, we have small groups of special education self-contained program students, some of our students who are under McKinney-Vento status, English language learners, and they're here accessing education on campus in small groups. How that's defined right now currently is 5 students to 2 adults maximum. And really what this position was created for was to ensure that our students and staff stay as safe as possible during this experience. So my number one job every morning is to ensure that all families and students have filled out their health attestation form. For those of you wondering what that is, it's just kind of anyone who enters our buildings now, you use a QR code, it sends you to a link and it asks, are you experiencing any symptoms of COVID, possible symptoms of COVID? Have you been exposed to anyone who has tested positive? Some of those, there's 4 questions. So my number one role each morning, along with our security and office staff, is just to make sure each and every student and adult who is on our campus has completed that and that they haven't had known exposure. The other piece is to ensure that we're keeping proper social distancing, not only in the classrooms with the 6 feet apart desks and tables, but also in hallways, and making sure that masks are being worn at all times when you're out in the open. I'm in an enclosed area right now, so I don't have my mask on. But if I step outside anywhere in the building, we need to make sure that not only myself, but all of our students and staff are masked up.
For sure.
The other piece that kind of has come up is you've probably heard the term PPE, protective personal equipment, personal protective equipment. I'm the person that folks go to if they need additional gowns, gloves. We have clear masks, face shields, all those different pieces. And finally, if they have any concerns related to COVID.
All right. So you mentioned something about QR codes and basically new technology. So can you explain more a little bit about that?
Sure. So when we first kind of implemented this, we were thinking what is going to be easiest, not only for students but also for our staff members and visitors who are entering the building. So we came up with making really large QR code where people can fill out that attestation form, and it's just that big old reminder right before they enter the building. We posted them throughout the classrooms where we have students as well. We've even given a copy of the QR code to the bus driver. So if we have a student who gets on the bus and they realize, whoops, I haven't done it yet, they can do it on their way to school. And it's just one form of assurance. If anyone during these COVID times has actually had to go to the dentist or doctor, any of those types of places, you probably are familiar with what this survey looks like, just asking general wellness and exposure questions. It's just one little safeguard we can use to hopefully prevent and reduce transmission.
For sure. The next question would be, are there any ways we as students can contribute, to help make a difference, whether it is making your job easier or, the entire online experience easier?
Yes, and I really appreciate this question in particular because right now it feels like there's so many things we don't have control over. And so just really, I would go back to what do you have control over? You do have control over, yes, if you're out in public, make sure that you are protecting yourself, because by wearing your mask, you're not only protecting yourself, but you're protecting those other people around you and your family who you return to. I also would say, I know it is difficult, but really avoiding the large groups, practicing social distancing. Masks work. I was just listening to the governor of New York, and he just recently released a book about kind of how COVID went in New York and how they had just a hotbed and a horrible mess of cases. And then they were able to bring their numbers down exponentially. And it really was a pretty simple precaution of the masks. And of course, keeping your hands clean and social distancing. So just do the part that you do have control over, and try and keep a positive attitude, and we'll get through this together. This is temporary.
Yeah. And then the last question is, pretty sure every student wants to know, and since you are more involved with the entire COVID situation with schools and everything, what does returning to school look like, or do you think we're going to return at all? And just something on that.
Sure. And actually, very timely question. I believe that was announced yesterday at the Puyallup School District Town Hall meeting. We know, the one thing we know for sure right now is that we will be experiencing online, for sure, continuous learning 2.0 until the end of the semester. So that's one thing we know for sure. Mm-hmm. In order to bring back small hybrid groups, the AB hybrid, smaller groups of students at a time, we would need to go down quite a bit in current cases. And right now, our cases in Pierce County are continuing to rise, so that's concerning. We all wish we could be back. We miss our students so much, and I can't tell you, every day we all wish we were back to normal. But it's probably going to take some time to get there. Know that please, whatever you do, get engaged, do the best you can with this online schooling experience. We know at least 100% for sure we're not going to come back this semester. So don't wait till IPR date, which is tomorrow. Make sure you're doing your very best and reaching out to your teachers and keeping up on your work. We know it's hard, but you can do this.
All right, so that's going to be it. It's a pretty short interview with the amount of time we have for RAM TV. But thank you very much for having the time to come out and just, give us a little insider scoop on what's happening over there.
Oh, and thank you for having me.
Hey Rams, it's me again, that random voice that is used for literally almost every single commercial. Now with that out of the way, you see this? This is what a typical yearbook page looks like. You have the usual pictures of you guys hiking, swimming, doing whatever it is you guys enjoy doing during the summer or during school. Now, we need to put together hundreds of these pages, and there is one single problem. So there's this ongoing crisis pandemic thing going on, and the problem with that is that we can't have events or go to school or have sporting events, and that's a problem when filling out the yearbooks. Now, it's not all bad. While we're not going to have all these sporting events we wish we had, this does mean that we're going to be able to put more pictures of you. So if you have any pictures that you think would be a great fit for the yearbook, please do not hesitate to contact us through our Instagram page using the QR code on screen. Because this year is so different, we really need your help. So open up that camera roll app and go through, find your best pictures and send them to us. Let's make this yearbook a memorable one.
And I don't hate it.